Welcome everyone. Hope you're doing well. Hoping you're enjoying your day at home. In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to solve and graph systems of linear inequalities. All right. This video is going to be kind of short. We're going to use Desmos to help us as we have been doing with graphing. So first thing I'm just going to show you is the difference between an equation and an inequality. Okay, so we know how to graph lines. All right, we've done this many times before. So I'm going to graph this line real quick, 2/3 x minus 1. So when you have an equation, right, the solutions are all the points on the line. Okay, so all of these points here are solutions. So for example, 0, -1 is a solution, or 3, 1 is a solution, or any of those points, okay? When it comes to an inequality, all right, it doesn't actually have to be equal to the line, right? It could be less than or greater than. So if I'm looking at the same line right here, all right? So there's a couple things that change. First thing is that we have a less than sign, all right? And it explains up here that you're supposed to use a dashed line for the less than and greater than symbols. And luckily, we have the ability to do that. In style, if you go over, you can make it dashed. So that just means it's not equal to. So if it is equal to, then you just use a normal solid line. So our points, our solutions can't actually come on the line. The second thing is that it's a less than sign. So we don't want to be, like I said, equal to the line. We want to be less than the line. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to shade. And you're going to shade the whole area that's less than the line. Now, obviously, if it was greater than, you would be shading the whole area that is greater than the line. All right? And here, the solution can be anywhere in the shaded area. All right? So I usually tell students, draw a star. So where did I draw the star? I drew that star at 4, -3. Okay? And so that's kind of how you can do this. All right? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at systems, all right, of inequalities. So first, before we start actually graphing though, how do you check to see if something is a solution? What does that mean, right? So for something to be a solution to a system, it has to satisfy both equations, all right? And that's a little bit easier to do with a system, all right? So I'm actually gonna take this point, right, this x comma y coordinate, I'm gonna plug those numbers in over here. So I'm gonna do the top one first. So y is gonna become -5 is greater than -2/3. X is now -3 minus 7. Is this equation true? Okay. Well, we got to simplify over here. So this 3 will cancel with that 3. The negatives will cancel. So this just becomes 2 minus 7. -5 is greater than -5. Is that true? No, that's not true. Okay. So therefore, this is not a solution to the system. So you would have to plug it in, right, and see, is it a solution or is it not? So you guys can do the second one on your own if you want. But basically what I want to get to is for a system, all right, you're going to have multiple lines, multiple shadings, all right? And since we're just having you guys do this, we're going to show you, again, how to do it on Desmos. I don't want it like that. Okay. Desmos is a big help. So what you're going to do, all right, is we are going to graph the lines, all right? So we've got y, so we have to use the right signal. So we got greater than. negative 2/3 x, and see how it's shading for me, minus 7. So that's what this looks like. Now, really, you should be able to graph it yourself, but we're kind of showing you the shading part. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plot this. So I've got negative 2/3 x minus 7. So I know I'm going to be using a dotted line, but I'll do that after I've got my point. So negative 2/3, so I'm going down 2 over 3. Backwards, I'm going to go up 2 over 3 this way. And I want to draw that line. Now it's dashed, right? So I want to make sure that I do that. And then I want to shade. So since it's greater than, I want to shade greater than. I'm going to get the big one here. All right, and this is kind of easy to do in Notability. The next thing I want to do is graph my second line. X minus 2y. This time it says less than or equal to, but the less than or equal to symbols are still down here. It's in the same row as the 1, the 2, and the 3 to the left. So it's less than or equal to 7. So now this time I've got a solid line. So I'm going to, maybe I'll use the green still here. Where's my y-intercept? Ooh, negative 3.5. And then over here, 7. So, you don't have to graph a bunch of points. You don't even have to really solve that. You just have to, okay, that was bad. Uh-oh. That's my normal strategy. Oh, I can come down here. All right, and so there's our second line. And now this time we're shading greater than, so we're shading above. So I'm gonna match the colors with that. So I want to shade above this second line. And so what you're actually looking for, okay, is you're looking for where the shading overlaps, all right? Because you're looking for the area that satisfies both lines. So you're always going to kind of split your graph into 4 quadrants, all right? We've got this little part down here that's not shaded. We've got the blue part over to the left. We've got the double shaded up top, and then we've got just the red part on the right. So our solution set is this area, the double shaded region on top, region 3, okay? So what we want to do is, for an example of a solution, we want to pick a solution that's up there. So I just picked the point 0.04. You could pick any point that you wanted, as long as it's in the double shaded region. So again, you can get all of this from Desmos, all right? So we're going to look at, a couple of these. You're just basically, doing the same thing we've been doing. 5x minus 7y is less than or equal to negative 35. So that one's actually a solid. Oh, wait, that's because I didn't type in the y. So here we've got a y-intercept at 5. And over here, we've got a x-intercept at negative 7. I'm just using that to get points. So there's our line, and we want to shade above the line. So we're going to shade that area right there. Second one, x is greater than or equal to negative 7. That one is a vertical line at negative 7. So both of these are greater than or equal to. And so greater than negative 7, that's to the right, all right? So we're going to shade over here. So again, you're looking for the double shaded region. Where do the shadings overlap? Because that's what's going to satisfy both equations. So that's kind of in this area right here. So I'm going to draw my star right there. That star is at negative 4, 7. So negative 4, 7 would be an example of a point, okay? And I guess we'll just keep doing these, all right? I want you to try these ones, okay? You're basically just doing the same thing, all right? For this one, you've got 3, but that doesn't really do anything different. X plus 1, oops. You know, there's your first one, X is less than or equal to 9. There's your second one. And then you've got X plus Y is greater than or equal to 3. There's your third one. So, you know, here you're going to have 3 shadings. But again, you're looking for where do all 3 shadings overlap. And that's going to be, I don't know how to really show you. That's going to be in this section up here, the one that's like 0, 10, right? So that point is in the double shaded region, or a triple shaded region, I guess. So, you know, you'd copy that onto your graph. This one, you know, it's just an inequality with a quadratic. All right, so you've got the y is less than negative x squared. All right, that's still the same thing. Type it in. Y is less than negative x squared. It's a u. It's anything less than the u. So you'll just shade that little part in between the u right there. You've got y is greater than x plus 1. Ooh, this one's actually interesting. I'm glad I graphed this. Are there any solutions here? No. So this one, there'd be no solutions, but that's because the lines don't intersect, and therefore the shadings don't overlap. So this one, you'd say no solutions. So that is the thing that happens, all right? So you guys should be able to do the practice, right? The practice is up if you want to do it today. If you want to wait and do it tomorrow, that's up to you. If you have any questions, office hours are from 9 to 11:30. You can pop in, let me know. I'd be glad to help you. Other than that, enjoy your time at home and have a great day.